Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the last session of this week. It's mid-August now. It's the 13th, and after a couple of days of storm and rain, the sun is shining and there are no clouds in the sky. I can't believe this wind the last few days. It came out of nowhere. So last night it blew, and being up here on the farm, it meant a night of constant shaking and shuddering. So I'm a little tired today, but I am ready for this workout. I hope you're all feeling well and healthy and lovely and feeling those stirrings of spring. Buds are budding, flowers are erupting from every which way. It's a beautiful time of year as it draws closer to my birthday, which is the 22nd. Not hinting. I always feel invigorated and alive, and it was only when I moved to Worcester that I suddenly realized that my birthday is on the brink of spring. I don't know how that missed me all these years. I won't say how many, but suddenly being in this area and experiencing the budding of vines and the changing of seasons, I realized that my birthday falls just on the night before spring. So I've learned to really celebrate my birthday in a new way. I generally go to the botanical gardens with friends and family for picnic, which I'll be doing this year, and just celebrating all the magnificence of nature. Anyway, that was the ad break. Let's get on an exercise, shall we? All right. Now, I did an extreme workout yesterday with my friend Carlo, and what we did was really moved into side bends in extreme ways. So I'm feeling a little sidey today up here. So I want to work this area here, and I'm sorry you don't feel the same way as I do, but nevertheless, working the stabilizers is always a great move. It's always beneficial to everybody. So let us begin. Standing feet hip width apart, parallel, and as usual, take a nice deep breath in. Stretching right arm, left arm, right arm. Get those creaks out of the body. Right and left. Bring those arms down. And again, nice deep breath in. Right, left, right, left, right, left, and down. And one more time. Nice deep breath in, stretching the body. And release those arms. Bring that right knee up, hugging it to the chest. Get a nice stretch on those quads. And release. Left leg up. Try not to lean back on the hips while you do this. Try and keep centered. Our balance is all improving now, isn't it? After these months. And release. Good. I'm going to flip that right foot behind you. Stretching. I don't know if you can hear the bird call through the open door. And left leg. Whoops. Nice. And shake it out. All right. So, stabilizers. Excuse me. If you have a need for a chair, you can get a chair. We're going to be lifting the leg out sideways, forward, backwards. So the chair can use just to balance you while you're in this position. Try not to lean on it and taking away the stabilizers work. All right, so try and use as little support as you can and use this left side of the body to stabilize while the right side goes out. Also, you want to try and not lift the leg using the shoulder, because that's just tilting the pelvis and it's not actually using the hip flexor and the stabilizers. Okay, enough of that. Here we go. Right leg out. Make sure that knee faces forward. It doesn't turn out to the side because then you're just activating glutes and not flexors. All right, lengthen up through the midline as much as possible, stabilizing, and make sure your left foot's facing forward too, that it's not turned out. Okay, again, activating glutes and not stabilizers. And here we go. So when you lift that leg away from the center line, you are pushing it away from the midline. Okay, everything else is staying solid. So we've said enough. Let's do it. Ready for 3 sets of 8. Here we go. 1, 2, lengthen up the body, shoulders open. 3, 4, chin tucked in a little bit. 5, 6. If you start feeling yourself rocking side to side, stop, stabilize. And 8. Or you take the leg forward, and here you want to stay in the midline. Okay, you don't want to drop your hips over to the side, and you're lifting this leg away from the midline. Okay, so your hips stay solid. You're not going to tilt the pelvis. You're just going to keep the lengthening on the upper body and pull that leg away from the ground. 1, and if you need to, you can just sink your hips back slightly so that you don't tuck under and use the glutes to lift. Okay, keep that stabilized leg strong. Keep the tummy muscles in, shoulders down and open, and pull that leg away from the midline. Okay, you ready? Let's go. 1, put your hands on your hips there to feel the stability. 3, shoulders open, long back of the neck. 4, 5, should be resistance. 6, 7, and 8. We're going to swing that leg round to the side. If you need to just shake it out a bit, you can. You can just move the hips a little bit. There's no need to cause too much displeasure. And lengthen up the body again, knee facing forward, and here we go. 1, 2, 3. There'll be warmth here now. 4, lengthen up. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Swing that leg forward. If you need to shake it out, it's going to get more and more progressively warm on that stabilizer. Here we go. Shoulders open, long back of the neck, tummy muscles in, stable. 1, lengthen up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right. Sorry, I've got a frog in my throat today. As we go to the last set, your stabilizers will be putting through a lot of memos to the complaints department. It's okay, just ignore it. We will release in a moment. Last set, knee facing forward, shoulders open and back, long neck, tummy muscles in, and watch that this knee hasn't turned out or this one. Let's lift. Opening the angle between the legs, not changing the pelvis. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Ha, ha. All right, nice and warm. Let's do the last set of these, and then we'll do a hip release before moving on to the right stabilizer. Ready and lifting. 1, 2. You can lift that leg as high as you can without the pelvis tilting underneath you. So keep that pelvis slightly pushed back with the resistance going on. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Very good. All right, so we're going to release this hip now. And how we do that, we just shake it out like a wet dog. No, I'm kidding. Bend your knees and just move the hips in a nice big circle. And that's just going to release all those tight stabilizers. Trust me, do this. It helps. And the knees. Good. Shake it out. You ready to go the other side? Okay, I might be being dramatic based on the workout that I did yesterday. If that was of no discomfort to you, good on you. Okay? You're amazing. For me, discomfort, big. All right, so we're going to go on to the left side. Our right side is now the stabilizing side. These muscles all along here are going to hold the position so that this leg can lift out sideways. Now, I have got that little bit of a imbalance in my left hip, so I'm going to work really hard to stabilize here. Long back of the neck, shoulders open, lifting that leg up. Ready? Make sure that foot facing forward, knees facing forward. And here we go. 1 and down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And bring that leg forward, lengthen up the body, and stabilize around the hips and the ribs. Slight pushing out of the bum backwards so that you don't sink into that gluteus area. Okay, so don't flatten the lower back. Keep your natural arch there. Shoulders open. Lifting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And then with your knee, if you find there's too much pressure, you can soften the knee. So you can just unlock it. 6, 7, and 8. And release. Alright. Round 2. Ding, ding, ding. Let's do it. Lifting 1, 2, 3. Lengthen up the body. Get nice and strong. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Nice. Taking the leg forward and stabilizing. Shoulders open. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay. One more set. Here we go. Feet forward, knees forward. This angle here is getting smaller. This one's getting bigger. So we're not changing the upper body. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a singing hip. 5. Don't turn that knee out. 6, 7, and 8. Oh, okay. Let's get this done. Then we can do a nice release. Leg forward, lengthening the body, stabilizing the hips. And 1 and down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Oh, goodness me. All right. Let's just do that release again. And again, you just want to bend the knees and do a nice, easy hip circle. And that's going to get all those muscles so nice and loose. And the knees. And change direction. And now we're going to release the lower back. Keep your feet nice and wide. And just drop, pull through the hips. So you're going to push the hips over, roll forward, and hang. Oh. Let your head hang. Soften your knees. And curling up. Alright, and let's do a proper roll down. So, chin to chest. Feet hip width apart and parallel. Scoop in the tummy muscles. Sink those ribs down as much as you can. Keeping the shoulders open. And then you're going to roll forward. Feel the stretch in your lower back. Keep that chin tucked in. And curling over and hang. Alright, curling up. So I've got the wall here behind me. What I want you to do is find a stretcher wall that you can keep an arm width, length on either side. And your feet are going to be hip width apart. You're going to get your arms to shoulder height, and you're going to bring this arm, the right arm forward, and you're going to pull the left arm forward, and you're going to get them into a parallel place, and you're going to open them up. Okay, and you're going to bring that left shoulder round, shoulders down, arms parallel, stretch that right shoulder and open up. Bring that right shoulder round, left shoulder pulls back, tummy scooped in, shoulders down. And what this is just doing, we do this normally freestanding, but doing it against the wall is allowing you to keep that mobility of the shoulder touching the wall. You can feel it pulling back and pushing forward. Shoulder pulls back and pushes forward, keeping that center line. Shoulder pulls back and stretches forward. Nice. And now you can turn towards side onto the wall with your arms outstretched. So your feet are about 10-15 centimeters away, so that your shoulders are touching the wall. And you're going to do the same thing now. Okay, you're going to stretch that right shoulder forward, and then you're going to open up, but you're staying in touch with the wall, and your feet stay facing over to the right. And now you've got a lovely spine stretch. and your head turns to the middle, so you keep it centered on the breast, on the chest. Arms wide open, nice extension. Okay, and then you're going to bring that left arm back, pull the right shoulder back, and you back to your start position. Okay, shoulders down and back, long back of the neck. And again, push that right shoulder forward against the wall, open up the left side until both scapula are against the wall, arms open wide. It's a big stretch. Through the hips, to the shoulders, to the neck. Bring that left arm forward, pull the right shoulder back to your start position. Do one more. Stretch that right arm, open up the left, and both shoulders against the wall, arms at shoulder height. Beautiful. Tummy in. And bring that right shoulder back and release. Now my arms right this moment are radiating heat down the forearm, so that's a good sign. So we're going to go over onto the other side. Left arm, left shoulder's against the wall, shoulders are down, long back of the neck, feet are hip width apart, facing forward, my shoulders against the wall. Now I'm going to slide that left shoulder forward, I'm going to open up the right, and there will be one side that feels tighter. Now this side feels a lot tighter because of my right arm being my working arm, makes it tighter and less flexible. So I'm feeling the stretch on this side. Try and get both scapula against the wall without moving your feet. And bring that left shoulder back, swing that right arm forward, to your start position. Shoulders down, ready for number 2. Slide that left arm forward and open up that right arm, stretching the arms wide, back against the wall. Pull those ribs down. Okay, they want to lift up, pull them down. Good. Oh, that warmth sensation. Pull the left shoulder back. And we're going to do one more. Sliding that left arm forward, shoulder against the wall, open up the right side and press against that wall. So my glutes, my left glute is against the wall and both shoulder blades and my head is against the wall. Pull that left shoulder back and release. Oh, that's a real warmer. Alright, so staying with the wall, this is a great way to do a roll down. Most of my clients know this one, so you guys are really good at this. Okay, feet are about 10 centimeters away from the wall. Lightly press your hips against the wall and your head. Okay, so there's a slight angle, but it's very minimal. And then what you're going to do is you're going to bend your knees slightly. Make sure that they're not bending like this or like this, hey? Bend them straight forward and tuck your bum under. So flatten the lower back and make an impact against the wall with your lower back. Keep the chin down. And you've got as much of your spine touching. Okay? Then you're going to bring your chest, your chin to your chest, and you're going to unzip your spine one vertebra at a time from the wall. Now you've got it flattened, so by this stage, when your ribs are already sunk in, I've got the whole lower back pressing. My glutes are tight, pulled under. And now I'm going to straighten my legs up, and I'm going to roll forward, and now it's just my butt against the wall. Watch it, you don't fall on your face, and hang. Okay, to curl up, I'm going to bend my knees slightly, and I'm going to make that contact with my lower back, my coccyx. And I'm going to bend to allow a lengthening of my spine up. One vertebra at a time until I'm standing up straight, head against the wall, butt against the wall, and a little arch on my lower back in a neutral position. Okay. Now I'm going to go into a flat spine. So I'm going to bend my knees and take that neutral position and push my lower back up against the wall. When you do that, make sure you don't hunch the shoulders, okay? Keep the upper body relaxed. It's just in the lower back. Alright. I'm against the cardboard wall here, so as I do this, the wall moves. Alright. Long back of the neck, back flattened against, the lower back is flattened, shoulders are open, knees are bent. Now I'm going to bring my chin to my chest, and I'm going to pull over the rib cage. Lower back is now pressed nicely against the wall. And I'm going to push the legs up to straighten them leaving the wall except with my butt, and I'm going to roll down and hang. Legs are straight. Okay, now bend the knees, pull the knees forward, push them back, lower back up against the wall. Allow for that movement. So now you're going to find the vertebra against the wall and zip up, and then straighten up into your neutral spine. Beautiful articulation. Fantastic stuff. Love it. Let's do one more. Head against the wall, legs are straight, shoulders against the wall, nice and open, bum, shoulders, head against the wall. Now I'm going to bend my knees, sinking down. I'm going to pull my bum under me and push that lower back up against the wall, belly pushing back without the shoulders curling forward. So now I've got my lower back, my shoulders and my head. There's a lot of contact with the wall. Okay, keep those knees bent, bring the chin to the chest and curl forward, curl the rib cage in. Okay, the upper back leaves the wall, lower back's pressed against the wall. Curl forward until you feel that middle back leaving the wall. Then press the knees up, straightening them, and flow over the hips and hang. Now I've got a lot more give here. I'm loosening up the spine nicely. And now I'm going to bend the knees, tuck my bum under, head and shoulders are relaxed. Find that lower back. Press it again. Zip, 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 zip up. Straightening up. And release. Beautiful stuff. All right. That is really what we've done now is we've tightened up the hips in the stabilization, and then we've twisted the spine into a nice controlled spinal twist. Shoulders have got nice movement, and then we've articulated the spine forward and back, so we've got nice movement in the spine. That is fantastic. Okay, if that is all you do today, no, I'm not going to say that. Stay with me. We're not done yet. Okay. All right. I want to go into that forward lunge. This is a really great one for you guys to work on. We were working on it yesterday, and we were comparing it to the yoga, the warrior stance. And it is different. Okay, for those of you that have ever done yoga before, you know that when you go into a warrior stance, your one leg faces out and the other leg faces forward. So you've got a little bit more stability. Now in Pilates, what we do is that we want to work with your stabilizers. So we're going to reduce the amount of floor space that you have, bringing both legs to face forward. Okay, so that minimizes how much stability you're going to have. Okay, with one leg in front of the other or slightly to the side because they're going to be knee hip width apart. Okay, you've now got a limited amount of stabilizers, so you have to rely on your core and all the stabilizers down the legs to hold you upright with your arms forward. Remember that this front knee doesn't fold over the foot, it stays behind the foot, and the back leg is pressing back in a straight line. Okay, tummy muscles are pulled in. Now with this knee coming forward, this hip wants to turn forward slightly. So you want to pull this right hip back so it's in line with the left hip. Okay, long back of the neck, shoulders pulled back. And then you want to just really sink into that. All we're going to do today is hold this position. Okay, there's a nice pull in my Achilles. My left leg is lengthened from the hip to the heel. I'm really pressing that leg long. Okay. Now, in this position, you might feel some pressure in the lower back. So what you want to do, tighten up the bum and tighten the core. So pull those ribs down and support your lower back with the stomach muscles. Okay, so hold that position. And you want to hold it for as long as you comfortably can, however long that is, until you get bored. I'm feeling it really hard here in the back of my glutes and in my calf muscles. The knee will take pressure. What will happen in the beginning is that you might have a little bit of a wobbling on that knee as it fights to stabilize. The quadriceps are what's stabilizing it here. Okay, all the muscles around the knee up into the thigh. In the beginning, that might be a little bit dodgy. All right, so let's step out of it. And again, to stretch out of it, we're going to open those knees up and just do a nice slow hip circle, allowing the hips to move. Never underestimate belly dancing. Okay, this area is the middle point between the upper body and the lower body. So when you work either side, this is going to release it. All right, left leg. Lunging forward on the left leg. Make sure the right foot's facing forward, directly forward, and then you're going to slide that left leg out. I'm going to move back a bit so that you get both feet. Okay, make sure they're hip width apart. Arms outstretched. Pull that left hip back. Not so back that it's uneven, but that it's nice in alignment. Lengthen that right heel away. Tummy scooped in to support the back. And make sure that knee is behind the foot and not in front of the foot. Shoulders down and back. Tummy in. Nice and strong. So that back leg straight. There we go. And hold that position. In this position, all you have to do now is the Greta tweak. Okay, what is the Greta tweak? Okay, so I'm pushing back on my right heel. I'm strengthening around my knees. I'm strengthening the quadricep here to hold this knee solid. I'm pulling back on that right hip slightly. I'm scooping in my tummy and tightening my glutes. Pulling my ribs down, shoulders are open, long back of the neck. Arms outstretched and even. If one shoulder's in front of the other, pull it back and straighten out. Nice. Again, lengthen that heel away. Control that knee. Scoop in the tummy. Lengthen out the spine. Make sure you're not leaning forward. Okay, that's not going to do any work. You've got to be upright. And release. Well done. Woo! That's a real power stance for the day. Bend the knees and do a nice round the world hips. I love that exercise. As you get stronger and stronger in that, it means that your stabilizers, excuse the Australian accent coming in there, it means that your stabilizers are really starting to function properly. Okay, that your balance is coming in nicely. I love that for you guys. Alright, I'm going to stretch out those glutes. So right foot's in front of left. And this exercise, for instance, for all of you that were battling to balance here, it's going to get easier and easier. Why? Because we've got those stabilizers holding you upright. You need less and less floor space to stand up straight. Okay, this stance is going to be gone. How many people stand with their legs wide apart, creating a nice big wide floor stance so no muscles have to work? You drop to the pelvis, hips are dropped into the waist, shoulders are drooped. Okay, so we don't need that anymore. We can stand it, we can take up, we got a nice green footprint, carbon footprint, less space. Alright, right foot over left. Lengthen up the spine, scoop in the tummy muscles, make sure your arms are relaxed. Drop the chin to chest. Take your time here. Take enough time that you have to keep stabilizing your balance. Okay. Dropping forward, sinking the ribs down into the stomach cavity towards the hip bones. Shoulders are relaxed in this. Chin tucked in. Go as far as you can in that position, holding onto the glute position. And then you're going to relax your muscles in the bum. Okay, and fold forward. Arms are hanging nice and relaxed. Keep the weight on both feet and roll forward. Keep the shoulders even. Let them hang. Hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now we're going to curl up nice and slow, pulling the bum tight above the hip, above the feet, and then curling up the spine, keeping the shoulders open and standing up straight. Ooh, all right. Let's do the other side. So left foot over right. Shoulders open, long back of the neck, tummy in, shoulders, arms relaxed. Bring the chin to the chest. Nothing else moves. It's just tucking in the chin. Tuck in the ribs and pull them towards the hip bones to sink them forward. Shoulders are relaxed. And now pull the ribs in and up so the upper body curls round as far as it can, maintaining the hips and the glutes. And when you can no longer go any further, you're going to push your glutes back, relaxing the muscles, and you're going to roll forward over the feet. Keep your head hanging off the neck. It allows for negative pull and opening up all the joints, allowing synovial fluid to really flow in between those bones. Arms hanging. Relax the neck. Make sure the arms are even. And hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, drop your head, 3, 2, and 1. And now, using the lower back, the spine and the tummy, pull your upper body up from the lower back, tighten the glutes, pull them forward over the feet, arms are hanging, head's hanging, pull those ribs in and straighten up the spine and release. Whew, nicely done. Alright, so I'm going to just stretch the front of the legs, so we're going to grab that foot again, okay, and pull the heel back towards the bum. And release. And other side. Nice. Alright, and now we can go down into the ground. You thought we would never actually work on the floor, did you? Alright, so we've done some beautiful exercise. I'm actually going to lie this way, out in front of you. I'm going to move back. My legs are nice and open wide, okay? Knees are facing up to the ceiling, and I've got my toes pulled back. If you bend your knees, you're going to press them down, keeping the heels pressing away, okay? So you bend your legs, get them nice and soft, pull the toes back, make sure the knees and the feet are in alignment so that there's no turning out at all. And then you're going to lengthen up the spine so it gets nice and tall and push the heels away. Feel that? Okay? I feel it. Alright, so we're going to do a side bend. We're going to drop that left shoulder in, okay, towards the left knee. The right arm's going to come over that left shoulder. And in the beginning, again, I'm really stiff from yesterday. I got nothing to give here. You're going to pull that left shoulder in and stretch that right shoulder over. Try and keep the body in alignment. So try and keep that left shoulder under the right arm, under the right shoulder, and stretching towards that left foot. Make sure that the knee faces up and that you haven't lifted that knee on either side. And up we come. Carlo, if you are watching this, I am so sorry for yesterday's workout. It's beneficial, I promise. Okay, so turning that right shoulder towards the left foot. The right foot. Wow. You're going to drop that right shoulder in towards that right knee. Okay? Left arm's going to come over. And you're going to stretch. Keep that shoulder on top towards the right foot. Support the neck, don't let it just hang. And stretching over. Keep those legs pushing away, the heels pushing away, the knees flattened against the ground. Most important, even if you just go to here, most important is that you pull that one shoulder under the other and you reach across so that you're in line. The shoulder's in line with the knee and the foot. Okay. And this one's pushed back and over. So you're not doing this. Okay, you're not leaning towards, you're leaning up and over. Good. Okay, we're going to do 3 of those, so that's 1 set. I'm hoping it really gets easier. Alright. Press those heels away, push those knees down, drop that left shoulder in towards the left knee, make sure the knee hasn't turned out. Bring that right arm over, push that right heel away as you stretch towards the left side. Supporting and release. Good. Over to the other side. Right shoulder tucks in, drops towards the right knee, left arm goes over, and press those heels away as you extend towards that right foot. Keep that right shoulder tucked in, left shoulder tucked back. Good. Alright. Whew, 1 more set. We can do this. Oh, I feel the intercostals. Okay. Knees facing up. Left shoulder tucked in, right shoulder over, arm extending, push that right heel away, tuck that left shoulder in, support the neck and stretch towards that left foot. Keep the glutes on the ground. Watch those knees and up we go. Okay, last one. Lengthen up that spine, get nice and tall. Turn that right shoulder into the right knee. Drop it down. Bring that left arm over. Keep it over, not in front of. And reach for that right foot. Stretching the heels away on the left side. Knees facing the ceiling. Don't let them turn out. Good. And extend. Beautiful stuff. Okay, while we've got our legs open like this, we're going to do a cross stretch, a sawing motion. If you need to just get out of that position, just bring the knees into midline and back out again. Wherever this is, if that's here for you, that's fine. As long as they're wider than the shoulders. Okay. Arms outstretched, they're in line with the knees, wherever that is. Lengthen up that spine, get off that tailbone. Knees are facing the ceiling, don't let them buckle. Okay. We're going to take that right arm over to the left side. We'll drop the chin in and we're going to make a saw motion. 1, 2, 3. Come back up to center. Okay. Just an ad break here. Often when I work with you guys, what happens is when we do this saw motion, 1, 2, 3, we come back and we lose this. So the arms are not in line anymore, or they over here. We want them to come back to center in line with the legs, lengthen up that spine. Okay. One of the nice things about Pilates is the art of contrology. So even though this is the exercise, is that stretch, cross stretch here. When we come back, we're reminding the body to hold the form. Okay, so it's as important as the extension is coming back to this place. Knees pushing down, toes pulling back, spine lengthened up to the top of the head, shoulders down and back and open, tummy muscles scooped in, and press that lower back forward. Hold this position in between the exercise. Okay, good. Then we're going to bring that left arm forward, turning towards the right foot. Keep that left leg turning to the ceiling. Drop the chin in and make that sawing motion. 1, 2, 3. Come back up to the center. Pause. Okay, pause between the exercise. Nice. Keep it tight. Keep it strong. Keep it beautiful. Right arm coming across to left foot. Breathe in. Exhale as you go. And open. Breathe in. Lengthen. Toes pulling back. Exhale 3 times. And open. Strong. Heels lengthened away. Lengthen the spine, tummy muscles in. Deep breath in. And strong in the center. Deep breath in. Crossover, chin tucked in. Back to the center. Tuck that chin and look at your knee as you go across. Breathe in. And in. When we're doing that sawing motion, I'm not sawing from the shoulder. I'm sawing with the whole body. Okay, from above the hips. I'm extending across. Breathe in. Crossing over and lengthening the whole body towards that toe from the hip. Breath in, toes pulling back, knees facing the ceiling, knees pushing down. And remember to tuck the chin in. Crossing over and center. Shoulders down, long back of the neck, lengthen from the coccyx. Breathe in. Come back up to center. We're almost done. We've got 2 more sets both sides. We're just 2.5. Breathe in and alright, don't let those arms drop now. They're getting a bit tired. Don't let them drop in between the exercise. Breathe in, lengthen those shoulders and good. 1.5 more. Lengthen up that spine, push those knees down and what's going to happen is that the shoulders are going to want to shorten here and the chin's going to want to do something else. So keep those shoulders down, open, long back of the neck. Breathe in and good. This is the last one. Knees pushing down, toes pulling back, lengthen that spine, quadricep. Are you feeling it here? And last one. and release. Oh, well done. All right, we want to release those muscles. So I'm going to lie on my back, knees bent, and I'm going to draw up my knees over to the side and relax the body completely. Palms up, arms outstretched. I'm not even turning my head to one side. I'm just keeping it to the ceiling, facing upward. Just getting a nice relaxing stretch on the legs. And over to the other side. Good job. Alright, and let's get those knees to the chest. First the right knee, bring it into the chest, stretch out the left leg. Shoulders are open, long back of the neck. Make sure both shoulders are on the mat. Breathe in, exhale, tuck the chin in and lift the forehead towards the knees. And release. Take the knee down, keep the head on the ground, keep the shoulders on the ground. Bring the left leg up, shoulders open, long back of the neck. Pull that knee in. Breathe in. And curling up towards that knee. Keep the shoulders open. Relax the shoulders. Use the rib cage and the stomach to really contract inwards and upwards so that you lift off the mat. So I'm not actually using my arms, okay? Just pulling my knee in. Good, and release. Nice. Arms outstretched. Bring those legs to back, palms down. Legs to back, and what we're going to do is we're going to stabilize the stomach muscles, pull the lower back down to the mat, and we're going to take the legs, squeaky floor over to the right, onto the floor, head facing the ceiling. Tighten the tummy muscles, the glutes, push down with the hands, lengthen the back of the neck, and we're going to pull those legs off the mat to the center, lower back pressing down. Don't round those shoulders and take them over to the left. I'm right on the floorboard here. Oh, it's a good stretch on that side. Long back of the neck. Tighten up the core. Stretch the shoulders wide open and pull those legs back to back. Good. And to the chest. Hold them with the knees. Keep the shoulders on the ground. Breathe in. And lift the head and shoulders towards the knees. Good. Extend that left leg. Take the right leg to bug. Keep the head and shoulders up. Lower back pressing down. Shoulders are open. We're going to do a nice extension here. Breathe in and change legs to the back position. This leg can go to 45. Breathe in and change. Use that core to hold this position. Okay, shoulders are open, long back of the neck, ribs are pulled down, and change. 1. Exhale, breathe in, exhale. Keep that chin tucked in, shoulders open, this hand's just supporting. Make sure your knees are parallel, lower back is pressed down, making impact on the floor. Straighten those legs, not letting the knees turn out, okay? So don't turn them out, keep them facing the ceiling. If your neck gets tired, you can support a bit here, but make sure that's a nice long back of the neck. We've got 4 more to do. Keep bringing that lower back down into the ground and crunching the ribs in towards the hips. 3 more. This is a tummy exercise, not a lower back exercise. 2 more. Extend. If this leg drops too low, you're going to lose the support on the lower back. So don't drop it too low. And last set. Nicely done. Open the knees up, take the head and shoulders down, grab the ankle, grab the ankles, and rock side to side. I'm not going to ship yet. Creak. Good job. Okay, while we're in this position, we may as well do my favorite stomach crunch. So I'm pressing my knees open and I'm pushing my feet together. Hands are inside of the knees, lower back's pressing down, and I'm crunching up here. This has been a while since we've done this one. Ready? And keeping the shoulders open, keeping the knees pressing open, keeping the feet pressing together. There's no movement on the spine, on the lower back, okay, on the glutes. It's the upper body that's crunching, and the shoulders are staying open. They're not rounding, okay. If you want to, you can put your head behind your support your head with your hands, and then you're going to crunch with the rib cage. That's fine too. 1, keep the chin tucked in. 2, toes pushing together. 3, 4, oh my goodness. 5, keep those elbows open. 6, nice. 7, oh. 8, squeeze those knees together and drop the feet down, relax the body. Now we're going to stretch the front of the body, so we're going to go straight into a shoulder bridge, okay? Tuck the bum under, lift the hips off the mat, and press them up towards the ceiling, long back of the neck. Bring the feet together. You can bring them a bit closer if you need to. And we're going to open those knees up, pushing the hips up, opening up the pelvis beautifully. And then you're going to squeeze those knees together. Lengthen the spine, pull the ribs down towards the pelvic bone. Open the knees up, shoulders away from the ears. Tighten the glutes and squeeze those legs together. Keep the tummy muscles engaged, protect the lower back. Ready? Here we go. Press up, squeeze. 1, watch that the shoulders don't take part. 2, open the knees, push those hips up. 3, tummy in, ribs pulling down. 4, long back of the neck. 5, open. 6, nice. 7, watch out for hamstring cramp. And 8, and lowering down. I keep the chin tucked in, pull the knees to the chest. Whew. And release. Alright, take the left leg down. Lengthen up that right leg, slide the hands up. We're just doing a nice stretch. And release. Left leg up. Curl up. Straighten that right leg. And release. Nicely done. Alright. Now we can work on our sides. It has had no attention today. We worked with, well, I lied. We worked with those stabilizers, didn't we? We're going to be a little bit more relaxed about this one now. I just want to do some extensions. So we're going to let that right leg, I'm on my right side, my left leg's coming up. I'm going to let that knee turn inward towards me. I'm going to do a full extension, lowering it down again. Just getting it nice and stretchy. Ready? 1 and down. Don't let your shoulders take part, okay? They're just stable. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Nice. That was just a warm-up. All right. Make sure that your hip's on top of hip. And if you can, there should be a little bit of a lift here under your waistline. Okay. I'll say no more about that. But the point of it is that you don't want to drop into the floor here. Okay, letting this hip drop forward. You want to maintain both legs stretching long. Ribs pulling down, long back of the neck. Use a hand to support you in front of your rib cage here if you want to, in front of your hips. Both knees facing forward. I'm going to take that bottom leg, the top leg up. Okay, keep this bottom leg facing forward. For those with really bony hips, you might need to put a little bit of a double mat underneath your hip. But eventually you'll be able to be stable enough that there's very little weight on that hip. It's balanced between the shoulder, the hip, and the leg. So there's no middle center point of weight. If that's happening, it's because there's no stabilizing on this area and you're pressing down on that hip as opposed to strengthening the whole core. It will come. All right, knees facing forward, shoulders open, long back of the neck. This top leg is going to make a circle. So you want to really contract those hip flexors in place, that core, and you're going to circle from below the waistline. Ready? And we're going 1. Don't take it too high, it's staying parallel. If your bottom hip is moving, you're wiggling your pelvis, so don't do that. Try and keep it stable. 3. Don't forget to bring it in front of the other foot. 4. 5. As it gets tough, your neck's going to want to lift, your head's going to lift. Relax the shoulders and the head. 6. Remember to go behind the other foot. 7 and 8. Nice. Don't drop it down. Make sure that bottom leg's facing forward. We're going to change direction now. Shoulders relaxed, tummy muscles in, hip on top of hip. Don't let it drop back or forward. Taking the leg back now, lifting, pulling it forward. 1. Keep those hips stable. 2. 3. 4. Shoulders relaxed, long back of the neck, tuck that chin in. 5. 6. Bottom knee turned forward. 7 and 8. Nicely done. And relax the legs. Okay, so as opposed to the stabilizer being the leg not working, now the stabilizer is the leg working, because you're stabilizing at the hip and then working the flexor. Okay, so the leg that is doing the work is feeling it. If you get some discomfort in your lower back, it means that there's an instability in this core area. So what you can do is to slightly tuck the bum under, so put a bit of pressure on the lower back, lengthening it. But use your tummy to do it. So tuck the tummy in, pull the belly to spine, and just flatten that lower back ever so slightly to create a bit of tension there with the stomach muscles holding it. Okay, right, we're going to go on to the other side. This is the last exercise. We're almost done. Okay, head on the hands. Try and keep the head in line. So don't let the chin lift. Don't take the head back. Keep it nice in line. Shoulders are open. Knees facing forward. And we're going to first take that top leg and take it up and down. Ready? Turn that knee up. Get a nice stretch. Extend that leg. 1, 2. Keep the shoulders relaxed. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Nice. Okay. Now you want to make sure the hips on top of each other, and if you just look down, make sure the feet are in line with the hip, in line with the shoulder. Often our feet are a little bit too far forward or too far back. So get a nice line. Hip on top of hip. Hips not falling back or not falling forward. Hands in front of the rib cage. Head level with the spine, nice level. Knees facing forward. We'll take that top leg up. Stabilize around the core. As I said, if you need to flatten the lower back a bit to get stability, do that. What will happen is the leg will come forward. So remember to push that leg back in line. Alright, here we go. Circling. 1, 2. Shoulders relaxed. 3. Get the tension on the lower body, on the support on the floor, even between the foot, the hip, and the shoulder. Don't make it all about the hip. 6, 7, keep a nice long hip, and 8. And now we're going to change direction. Make sure both knees are facing forward. Shoulders are open, tummy muscles in. Bring that leg forward. Lift it, take it back. 1, don't let the knee turn out. 2, keep a long hip. 3, 4, don't take it too high. 5, keep it a small tight circle. 6, almost done. 7, don't forget to take it behind the foot. And 8, well done, and release. Excellent work. Alright, we're going to just roll like a ball a few times and we'll stretch it out. Are you ready? Because we haven't even done a roll up this time. What? Okay, so it's your roll, your ball position, shoulders down and open, chin tucked in, and we're rolling. And I've got a squeaky board. We'll go this way. Ready? And roll. If you find that the first are a bit square-like, it's because we've worked that area quite a bit. So just tuck that pelvis under, around the spine, and try and get as rolling as possible. Let's do 2 more. And last one. And release. Alright. Quick little stretch out. Right foot tucked in, left leg extended. Breathe in and roll forward. Oh, I'm nice and loose now. Feels great. And release. Left knee in, right leg out, curling forward. Stretch. Beautiful. All those spine stretches have really helped. I'm nice and loose. This hip's nice and loose. Feels good. And then if you've got someone to help you, let them help you. Otherwise, just help yourself. Double leg stretch. Chin tucked in. Hold it there. And release. Beautiful. There you go. Onto the hands and knees. Slide the right leg out and the left leg out into a push-up position. Shoulders back, feet hip width apart, parallel. Use your core, tighten up those stomach muscles. Breathe in, exhale, push the head through to the shoulders, between those shoulders. Push the heels down, ribs down, tummy in. And walk the hands back. Bend your knees and curling up. Whew. Okay, let's just slap some sense into ourselves. Woo. Shake it out. Rock and roll. Lovely stuff. Arms overhead, ready to swing. Breathe in. Stretch those arms and falling forward from the hips. Whew. Up we go. Breathe. And one more. Nice. Stretch those arms and release. Excellent stuff. Wow. Rocking that hairdo today. I'm treating myself to a hair salon appointment for my birthday. Fantastic, guys. Wow, I really have worked that. It's a good workout when your hair's an absolute mess after Pilates. And I hope you enjoyed that. It was a nice mixture of stretch, release, and extension hair. I feel good. I will see you guys next week. I hope you're all well. Get out this weekend. Go out and do a bit of a walkabout. I know that we've got 2 days of sunshine and I think more rain on Sunday. So maybe Saturday will be a good day to get out and about and enjoy the first flowers and the very, very, very greenness of everything. So great. I miss you guys. Love you so much. Thank you for letting me do this and be a part of your lives. I love what I do and I love you in my life. Thank you and we'll see you soon. Mwah! Ciao, Zibao. What was that? I don't know. I can't find the off button. Hold on. There it is. Bye.